going to be an interesting video because I have something I want to show you. Something I want to show you. I just received a package today. This is the new iPad. Inside here, just a charger, brick, and a charger for my iPad. So I'm just going to put it back here. Set everything up right now. There it is. I'm actually creating my new Apple ID. I mean, I have to create another new Apple ID. There you go. There you go. Actually, the screen is really responsive. It's 120 Hz. That's why it refreshes twice as responsive as it is. It's kind of raining now. This next scene is where I will show you how powerful my iPad is. It's actually 1 year old now, and I'll show you how good the performance of my iPad is. So this is my new iPad. The crazy thing about it is that this iPad is powered by the chipset that also powers the older MacBook Pros. The chipset is called Apple M1, and it is known to be a little more powerful than the Intel i7 11th generation mid-range type of chipset. First of all, I just want to show you how responsive and smooth. When you will browse in the internet or when you're just swiping, it just feels so smooth. Probably you cannot notice it because my camera can only shoot in 30 FPS. Here's what it looks like if it is shot on my cell phone at 120 frames per second. It looks amazing, right? It looks amazing, especially that this iPad can do so many things. You can launch YouTube and Facebook at the same time. I don't know why they actually put a computer chipset right into the iPad where the operating software is not easily utilized for something you can do more complexly. I don't know why they only provide this simple way of just using your iPad. It's more like the simpler way of using laptop. I just can't understand why they want to probably integrate their more advanced software into the iPad Pro, which I actually have. This is the iPad Pro model that I have since I have left PUBG Mobile, the game that I just want to try out in my iPad. Let me go ahead and open it up. It's still running. It didn't crash at all. It's amazing. So I just wonder how well this iPad can perform. It runs really smoothly, especially that it's running in 90 frames per second, which is 1.5 times smoother than the regular gameplay you will be typically experiencing when you are watching YouTube videos at 60 frames per second, or when you're just doing things casually in your iPhone, your older iPhones. It looks really smooth, no stuttering or something like that. I'm not gonna really be doing so much of these tabs anymore because I have already been avoiding these games for as long as I remember, about 7 or 8 months. That's how long I've been away from these games. So I'm gonna be installing an application that will test the performance of the iPad Pro. So to test the performance on the iPad Pro, I have to download an app called AnTuTu Benchmark and Geekbench 5. So now let me go ahead and click start. So once it's running right over here, I just want to show to you that the score that the iPhone 13 Pro Max, one of the most powerful iPhones ever, achieved a score of 850,000. The Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which is the best Android phone according to many websites, have achieved a score of at least 880,000 to at least 950,000. Let's see how well my iPad can perform. So right now it's currently running something in my iPad. The iPad Pro performed so well. The score is over 1,226,799. This is an incredible performance. Now let's try Geekbench. So good the performance. It could take at least 5 minutes for the process to be done. The Antutu one, I think it took like 8 to 10 minutes. There you have it. 1,712 single core score and 7,264 multi-core score. That's an impressive score over there. The iPhone 13 Pro Max, it did the same in single core performance, but a little more than half the performance in terms of multi-core performance. On the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, I think it performed like 1,000 on a single core performance and 3,500 to 4,000 on a multi-core performance. So it did really well, and I'm impressed with my iPad. I don't know why I actually need an iPad. Probably I need an iPad so I could edit videos better because it can perform better, especially that the chipset that powers the iPad also powers some MacBooks, which are already very valuable enough just for performing daily tasks. Now that I have my iPad, I'm gonna be using my iPad to edit videos like this because it has better performance and it can do better at editing videos, because the chipset that powers the iPad also powers some MacBooks which are also capable of running Premiere Pro and other applications that can also be run using computer. So that's why I decided to buy one. I also want to make sure it's like a mobile experience because I wanted to run apps that I really love to run on my device that I'm using now. This is all. I have my new iPad. I'm really happy. Thanks to my siblings who actually provided me one. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. More interesting vlogs in the next videos. Editing this video in LumaFusion. It's much smoother than my previous video editing software I used. It's much quicker and more responsive. I really love this software.